What's going on, people? This is your boy Ed with another episode of Confessions, the podcast. Man, I just was going through some technical difficulties. Uh, I use technology, but I'm not like a real big technological, right? So I'm gonna need some help. Like if I can get one person that could do some videography or editing of the videography, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of helping me get that together, that's pretty cool. I'm just starting out entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in paying people worth their time within reason of my pockets because I know what I can afford and what I can't. The alternative is to learn how to do all of this stuff. And like right now, one could argue that I could actually be studying a video or taking a master class. That's true. Now that I think about it. So we're gonna put that conversation on the back burner for right now. But right now, I just went through some challenges, okay? But things are happening, things are coming. I'm getting a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I'm improving the quality of my stuff, pushing towards getting, just more into it, more in tune, more in sync. Um, but meanwhile, I will tell you all, I am presented with a challenge. So I'm an author. You know, my book, Confessions of a Side Dude, is done. Um, Copywritten. I have no idea how to. And I'm studying bits and pieces, but marketing, connectivity, networking to really make a splash. That is interesting to me. It's interesting and it's intriguing. Now, I had a meeting with the guy that's been working on my website, and I asked him about, pre-sales because, I did some research, and it's what happens with the pre-sale. The pre-sale allows you to enhance your marketing space. It gives you a few months, a little wiggle room to get it launched and get it launched the way you want to get it launched. I'd love to have a whole venue at a book release party. You know what I'm saying? DJ, mixologist, security, food, choices of food, uh, um, and it's centered around the book. You know what I'm saying? And just a conversation about all of the things that I want to do. And you purchase your ticket, and the ticket gets you entry, and it gets you a book, and a meal. You know what I'm saying, and a drink. You know what I'm saying. But then everything else after that, is on you. If you want some more drink, you want some more food, and definitely got got some contacts, some connects with people. Professional services, an actual mixologist. He went to school for it. Culinary arts. He went to school for it. Has a catering business. You know what I'm saying. I security guard. But just making a nice affair, like a celebration of sorts, because it is a celebration, man. It's like this book is so much bigger than me. To be honest with you, it really is a reflection of all of us. And when I say all of us, I'm talking to those that will. If there's ever been, well, okay, I can't say that because this is new to a lot of people, but some people actually they know who I am. They know what my character is. And so I was gonna say, if for anyone that had like ever connected with me, it's ever landed, I don't know, maybe I gave you a thought, made you smile, encouraged you, let you know that it's like everybody out here is not like weird. Like we are all not weird, okay? We drink, we smoke, we do other things, but we are all not weird. Most of us mind our business for real. That type conversation and atmosphere, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, so what I'm seeing as a collective, like when I say it's bigger than me, I desire to take a really hefty portion of the proceeds and reinvest, and that looks like affordable housing. That looks like job opportunities in the way of people becoming business owners. You know what I'm saying? And setting up their businesses. And actually having people work for them to help them recognize their vision. The services that we render, what we spend our money on: convenience stores, food, entertainment, clothing, accessories, specialty things, mechanical services, lawn services, house services, educational services, just the things that make our lives convenient. You know what I'm saying? From the top to the bottom. I just believe in a thing called ownership. And so I am invested in that. I am really on that, And I see with us, a lot of us, we definitely have to sit down to the table. Like, for instance, for me to be so bold as to actually place this call before you, traditionally, it was like, well, what you got to show for it? Well, copywritten book, forthcoming website, skills, knowledge, hospitality, a plan, you know, and working on just kind of become, because I'm new with the website stuff. I'm really new. It's not. It's simple. It's simple. It's really simple. It's like maybe, I don't know, a nice spring or a nice summer day. The website is, that's like the theme. That's what I was aiming for, because I mean, we go through so much in life. We go through a lot. Like, so I just wanted it to be a safe space, something light, something airy. It's no pressure. It's like nothing overwhelming. Um, and we understand what's happening. We understand where it's going. So I think that I definitely have some more ideas to improve one last thing on there. Everything else is kind of sort of been worked out. I have to figure out how I'm going to do this pre-sale situation, which leads me to another whole conversation um, that I have to figure out. I have to work on. So in particular, I'm talking about the copy editing. So copy editing for an author, it takes your story, and they read through it, and they make sure that it flows, that it makes sense. It's not OD, it ain't extra. It's just, you know, it's the judge. Like how, a chick get her face beat. That's what copy editing does for a book. It beats the book, and so that has to happen. And then I got my cover design already, so I just, and then it has to be interior formatted, because I hand wrote it first. Like, I actually wrote this book with my hand. I started it out. Ah, man, the journey. The journey is interesting. I'm gonna give you a short version. I'll touch you in later on in further episodes. But I started writing in 2013. I was in a shelter. It was off of South Conduit, and it was a former like Hotel 8, Hotel 6. It was two beds and a private bath, and they gave you a little food, and you had, from, because you got your welfare, went down to the welfare office in Queens, and you got your stamps, and you got your MTA card, and I had enough. I got cash. Everything, they paid my rent, and all of this stuff that was going on, because I ended up moving into a rooming house, a boarding house. But anyway, I started writing in 2013, and just between 2013 and 2000 and what that was 2022. Life was happening, but towards the end of 2020, well, July, it was July of 2022. I wrote the last. I put the period. I put the last period in the book, and I sat there and I cried. Man, it was such a beautiful thing. I cried for two reasons. One, because I did it. I had actually finished it, what I set out to do, and that just meant everything to me. And two, because my mama wasn't here. Like, my mama, she had done passed a few years before, so I was feeling that. But I'm so proud of myself, and I love the story. I am about community. I am about growth. I am about progression. I am about ownership, and this story gives you a really well written perspective on what that could look like. And Confessions of a Side Dude, because he has a lover. Hmm. He has a whole lover. You have to read the book to find out about the lover, but baby. And it was even that was really. Ooh, excuse me. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, one time, baby. Uh-huh. And so a whole lover. Um, but it's oh man, it's so well written. Everything is organic. It takes place in Miami. It takes place in Dade County. Cause for me personally, in my real life, Dade County has such a special place in my heart for what it did, like the justice it did me. Um, I would dare say that at a certain space in life, I am a product of Dade County, and I absolutely love it. It lessons. Philly taught me lessons, right? Atlanta taught me lessons. Yeah. And other places, a lot of them in Florida, most of them in Florida, taught me a lot of lessons. And those lessons led me here. But anyway, it takes place, he's an entrepreneur. He's 29. Um, moved to Miami when he was 10. And he grew up, you know what I'm saying? He comes from a particular life. And what he didn't want to do was continue that trend. And so he and his siblings actually did their own thing, pursued their own course. All of them are well because neither one of them, they agreed on that. If they ain't agree on nothing else, they agreed on that. They did that. They got their mama together. They got her nice little duplex. You feel me? But is she good? You feel me? And he has a lounge. He's a lounge owner. And this it's also the lounge is a community spot as well. Spoken word, resources, events. It's just it's a place where you not only take a break, but you can rest, you can relax, and you can also be informed. You can be informed and entertained. You know what I'm saying? So and fed good liquor, and it's a safe space. Like I really believe in that. So his space is that spot. You'll read about that as well. Um, but just through communication, organic relationships, they all he and uh his village of sorts, they all come together and they do beautiful things. And here's the thing: they're individually doing real shit. Like they are really giving back to the community. She is an immigration attorney. He is a real estate mogul. He is a pediatrician. And then what was he? It's one more I be forgetting, and another one was involved in social work. And then you got a registered nurse. You got a lounge owner. You know what I'm saying? Like cause it's not another typical story. It's an old, like the first movie that popped in my head was Poetic Justice, cause that's one of my favorite movies. But Living Single, Martin, um, Blackish, Survivor's Remorse. Um, oh man, this Amen 227. What's happening? Um, in the heat of the night, and just it's a plethora. The Parkers, it's a plethora. Moesha, you know, half and half. Like it's a Miss Pat show. It's a plethora of things out there. And so for me, it's like a homage to the ones that have brought a smile to my heart, a tingle to my eye, tears that fell, um, and the warmth, you know what I'm saying? The safety, the connection. Um, so, like, wherever you are, you feel like home, you know? And just the freedom, like it's in the freedom that the beauty is for me. And my novel explores these things from my character's perspective. It's about community, it's love, it's perseverance, it's relationship, communication, dedication, hard work, gratitude, humility. Cause motherfuckers don't want to be humble no more. And just FYI for my character, cause he ain't flashy. He's a lounge owner. He's 29. It's 2017 in the story. He stay in Cairo City off 175th somewhere, and he is like a 3 bedroom, 2 bath homeowner. He driving a 2017 Nissan Altima. You know what I'm saying? Like, he clean, he good. His shit paid for. He got an attorney. You know what I'm saying? A business partner. So mentor. His relationship with his mom has been well because there's the illusion to certain things, nuggets. The point is for you to meet him where he's at, cause see his addiction was success, and what he found successful was ownership. But I don't give a fuck. If you don't deal with your issue gonna deal with you. So, in spite of, regardless to what you choose to place in that space, until you deal with you're gonna be dealt with. But he don't know that. Most of us don't know that. It's literally not until you actually realize it that you know it. Cause before then, you did not know. You didn't know. Uh so it's a journey. It explores. It's touching up on mental health, and it's not like it's a mental health conversation like happening, but he actually has mental health going on, and so you got to get into it. You'll see. It's because life, like, and it's a. I'm working on some stuff. Because you can't make this stuff up, but you can. No, it's really good. Is it juicy? I mean, it's some scenes in there, okay? Period. Because I mean, I'm grown, so um, I don't think the book necessary. There are some parts that can be extracted for children, but I don't think children should necessarily sit down and read this book. I don't think children should sit down and read this book. I think as a parent or an authority figure, you can extrapolate from the book and share with the children, but don't let them children read this book. Don't do that. And that's just what that is. For my heterosexual means, with the utmost respect to you, um, just be aware that there are scenes. But if you can work your way through that, if you can get past that without feeling offense, it's an amazing fucking story. It's just an amazing story. Because it really leans into my character to black women. Okay? And that's just on period. Let's go. Okay? And then my Latino community, we is up and through. Okay? And that's what we do. That's what we do. Listen, it's not exclusive, but it appears. But just because I'm pro doesn't mean I'm anti. I just believe that the house needs to be taken care of first. When you take care of the house, then everybody fall into place. Then you can be your best selves at this table. Because you always got a seat. Okay? But in order to be really, I think, effective at it, we actually got to sit down in the house and heal. Now, true, everybody don't stay in the same neighborhood. Let alone the same walls. But here, this is the thing. Uh, it's either gonna land or it's not. And if it don't resonate, it just don't resonate. That's not something that I can hide because I'm not here to tickle your ears. Like, I'm a very genuine and authentic person. And baby, this story is fire. And it gets busy. Like, what lie? You can literally do your research and cross reference a lot of the things in there. So, what we doing? I'm giving you street names, you know. But it's a great book. It's a great book. And I will be honest and say that I do want to tour and grow and increase and expand. And the celebration for me comes in where I can actually sit down in a room full of people that look like me and we could actually do something together to do something. To make it work. To see it through. To support. Have a network and we link up. We listen, I don't know, 3-4 times a year we doing some shit. We traveling. We eating, we breaking bread. We talking about progress, what we doing next. Like that's for me that's necessary. And that can't involve no ego. So there's not a one that can come sit down and like you that one. Mm-mm. Not in front of midst all these people. We can't operate like that. Cause it ain't about none of us. It's about all of us. And when you start picking out, like I understand there's certain people that need to be in position for that sake of that position. But just because you in this position don't mean that your position is better than this position. Because there's people in high positions. To me, is they better than me? No. They have superseded me and made no more things than me. But as a human, my morality, my integrity, my issues and isms, no. I don't see none. Because it's not. Ain't none of us perfect. We all got issues. And we could actually start treating everybody like that. And then if everybody else could start treating the people that you separate like that. Because let's stop minding these people business that's on the motherfucking TV screen and the computer on goddamn YouTube. Let's stop doing that. Watch their music, their video, go to their concerts, do their check-in, sign-ins, do all that shit right there, their appearances, and leave them the fuck alone. Because what the fuck is you doing? That shit is weird to me. Just saying. But no, so I love community. I want us to build, to win, to thrive, to help, to love. Like, let's work on our love walk. We are angry. And with reason, a lot of them. And they still feeding us this shit. But we cannot let that be the reason that we stay in that space. We cannot let that happen. Because we are better than that. Our ancestors fought too hard and went through too much for us to be here in a space where we really shouldn't be giving a fuck for us to be caring so much. And I'm not saying be disruptive as far as rude and disrespectful and without tact. I'm saying own your shit personally and collectively stand up in humility. Let's think about the collective more than the individual. Let's try that. Let's try that. And see, as far as the video post that had been posted on Sunday, what had happened was I'm also one of them. But I don't know, because I did get called out. This dude, because he read 2 more whole books than me, thought he was better. And that his education far succeeded. Cut 2 more books. 2! Okay. Just keep my name out your mouth. Don't put your mouth on me. I won't put my mouth on you. And I mean that shit. Cause what we doing? I'm not even here for all the bickering and the arguing. Now a debate, gonna be a debate, gonna be a debate. People is not always gonna agree about the route to resolution, but I think that we need to actually step outside of emotion and focus more on resolution. So we need affordable housing, we need livable wages. How do we go about getting that? Let's buy some land, put houses, make them affordable, and let's build businesses so that we could transition the money that we spend on all that other shit into the same thing. It's just owned by us so that that money stays in our community. How we do that? Honesty, integrity. Put people in place. Get it done. Let's go. Stop being so goddamn scared and worry about, this person's salary and what this person might do with the money. Create a motherfucking charter if you so goddamn scared. Create a whole motherfucking charter. And put in there how this supposed to work. A reasonable salary. A reasonable salary. I think a reasonable salary is 72,000. I don't have kids. If I had kids, maybe it'd be a little bit more, but I'm single. But $72,000. Do you know what I could do with $72,000 personally? Man, endless. And that's on the small side. Do you know how many of us it is? Do you not only know how many of us it is that think this way, but people that's not necessarily of this particular cloth think this way? Please stop thinking you the onlyest one. You not. Baby, you is not alone. If you rock out with me for the journey, you gonna hear about a lot of shit. Honestly. So, but my whole thing in Motive and Goal is to let us build. Let us build. Let us build. We got the beauty inside of us. Sometimes it bursts, and that bursting leaves me sometimes in a fickle state, and not because I'm like to and fro and shit, but because I just be like, damn. So let us do that. So I don't have to say that no more. Yeah, that's what we on for real. You will get to learn, you will get to know, and we gonna make it do what it do. I promise it's okay. I promise it's okay. So baby, get into it. Listen, this has been Ed with what turned out to be an exciting episode of Confessions, the podcast. I wasn't even trying to do all that, but here we is though. So I'll see y'all next time. I love y'all. Y'all be easy, be well. Oh, and I'm off tomorrow. How about it? Bye.